I am so excited. Dior, please, please come through on this one. The blush stick in Berry was very patchy on me. This powder blush, please. Please, Dior, let's come through on this one and make it awesome. I have the color Toffee. I tried this in the store, and when I got to Ulta, they didn't even have them out. I had to ask, and they went into the back and got out the testers for me. My local Ulta is just, they are so nice and so kind. Toffee is interesting. I tried Candy. It's a glitter bomb. You can see a ton of micro glitter in the Candy shade. So if you don't mind a glittery cheek, fine. But be prepared. So I didn't do that. I got Toffee. Let's open it up. Look at this. Okay, it's pretty. It's square. Let's compare it in size. These two are the second formula. This is the third formula version. I'm so excited. It has a mirror. It's so lovely looking. It looks a little reflective, but I can't see glitter in it. Whereas the Candy shade, you can see glitter. So this is not too different. But first swatch from my skin tone. It looks like a lovely natural shade. But of course, I don't apply powder blush like that. So let's get this brush. Oh, okay. It definitely picks up on the brush a lot easier. Look at that. There's a bit of kick up. Not a ton. I can't notice any kick up in the pan, but I do notice that there was some extra from the brush. This builds up. This blends out smoothly. Okay, this is definitely a different formula than the previous version. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. So do you see with my finger swatch how it looks almost tan? And do you see this, how it looks very orangey? Under direct light from a flashlight, when I move my arm, I can maybe see little teeny tiny micro glitters, but I can't see it unless under direct light and I'm moving my arm. If my arm's just stationary, then I don't see any. But there is a tiny bit. Build up the finger swatch a little bit just to see. Oh, yeah. So as you build it up, you get a little bit more of that pinky look to it. This is gorgeous. It's so much more gorgeous than I would think it looks fairly tan here. I have fair olive skin. I can't wait to get this on my cheeks. This is so pretty. All right, Dior. I see you. I want to compare it with MAC. So natural, because in the pan, these look like very similar shades. I was told you really should put it on with your fingers. I've tried it with a brush. It just takes longer to build up pigment, quite a bit longer. So with my finger is actually how I would apply this blush. So Natural is more coral orange, whereas Toffee on me really is a light warm pink. I bet both are going to be very natural. They actually have a very similar look. They look like they could be the same formula, except in just different colors. So if you like the Matte Glow Play blush, I bet you'll really like this Dior powder. I'm not saying that the two formulas are the same. Like, this is that squishy creamed powder, and this is just a straight up pressed powder, but the effect on the skin is the same. Let's compare the new one to the previous formulation. So I have Rosewood and I have Pink in the second formula that Dior has. So let's start with Pink. And this, as much as I love this, it's these are some of my favorite blushes. You do have to dig in, you do have to build them up. So I did that and I'm getting almost no color. I would normally use an even firmer brush than this one. I'm starting to get a bit of pigment on the skin, but it's very light. And see, I can dig in and there's not going to be any kick up in the pan. It's quite firmly pressed. The pink one in the second formula is this lovely, buildable, barely there shade that it's like this watercolor effect on the cheeks. It's gorgeous. I use it as a topper. So I'll usually use a liquid blush first and then put this on top, and it creates an amazing effect. But the new blush from Dior is obviously a lot more pigmented. Rosewood from Dior is one of my favorite blushes, and this is again one that you have to go in with a firm brush. You don't have to be gentle. And this is why they reformulated them, because while they do build, it takes effort, takes a little bit of time, but the effect is gorgeous. You have this amazing color in a wonderful watercolor look. So this is the new one in Toffee. This is the old one in Pink and the old one in Rosewood. Toffee is much warmer. It's still pink. I would say it's on the same depth level as Rosewood in the old one. The new Rosewood is much deeper, but it's warmer. It's much warmer than Rosewood. Just for funsies, I want to show it compared to r.e.m. So this one is AAAND SCENE, and it looks like an alarming shade of orange. But you can blend this one out to be barely there. So AAAND SCENE is actually somewhat close to Toffee, except Toffee does have a bit more pink and also a hint of neutral brown, whereas this really is a brighter shade. And actually this Toffee, I would say, surprisingly, is a little deeper than the r.e.m Beauty one. And now let's compare it to the Dior Flush Bomb. So this is in berry. So the color is going to be very different. I just want to look at the effect of the finish. Do you see how even in my swatch here, it is just showing up as patchy on me? But let's look under a light. Let me build that up a little bit more. This time I'm going to just use my finger. See, it's quite juicy. Yeah, so the balm it's glowier, but not at all micro glittery. You know, it has a little bit more of a wet effect, whereas this one, maybe sometimes when I move I see a hint of micro glitter, but it's just barely there. Okay, I can't wait to get this on my skin. So what do you think? I think it's gorgeous. I think the closest comparison in formula is this matte Glow Play blush. So if you like the effect of the matte Glow Play blush, I think you're gonna love this Dior formula in Toffee. But again, all of these shades are not the same formula. So this one is lovely in Toffee. Candy has a ton of micro glitter in it. I think the other shades, I did swatch them, the pink, the new Pink and Rosewood and all of those I think don't have micro glitter, but the pearlescent ones have them to different degrees. And the candy one has so much micro glitter, you are going to have glittery cheeks. Not with Toffee.